You think I'm gonna get hurt? You think I'm gonna get hurt?
My daughter's 16th birthday is this weekend, and so we have to run to Denver to go get the telescope, an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope that she doesn't know she's getting for her 16th birthday. She's into astronomy, so we're gonna go to Lakewood and we're gonna have some fun. So we're headed to the science company in Lakewood, Colorado, and picking up an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope for my 16-year-old daughter. And she turned 16 this weekend, and she's into astronomy. She's into stars and things like that, so she'll really enjoy this. And then when I get back home, I'm gonna start working on the Wagoneer. So we're gonna go pick it up, and apparently after we get done, we're gonna go have our lights removed. Science store in Denver. It's going to be next to a tattoo parlor, right across from a Cash and Flash, right next to a Lights Clean, a West Therapeutic Massage, a gnarly toy box, and a Yummy's Donut House. Welcome to Denver. All right, we made it to Lakewood. And now we're gonna go eat at one of our favorite restaurants, Chewy's. Got the Audi somewhat sorted. We're going to try to get the Wagoneer started today before we do any other work on it. So it's not getting fuel. Turned it over several times and it's not getting any fuel. Tested it by undoing the fuel line that went to the fuel pump, which is right down here. It's connected to the hard fuel line that goes underneath, and then stuck it in a pickle jar of gasoline down there to see if it would pump, and of course it's not pumping. So went and bought a new pump, and we're going to install that and try it now, and we'll see what happens. And after a 2.5 hour process of trying to get this thing running after the fuel pump was put in, we finally, after 2.5 hours of trying to get this thing primed with a new fuel pump, it's finally running. Took the valve covers off to make sure that we're getting oil in there. We are. I have not checked the oil pressure or anything yet, but she seems to be running just fine now. That is huge. While this thing is getting up to temperature, I thought I'd go through a couple of these things and see how they're working. So that looks like it's the defrost. That is an obnoxious noise. So I'm gonna have to work on that. And then let's try the air. It's supposed to be hot air. I think we're probably going to need a heater core. Air conditioning doesn't seem to be working either, so I'm going to have to work on that. Cigarette lighter does not work. I'm not sure what that is, but that's stuck. This one opens. It's got to be a vent of some kind. Lights, so check that out. Come on. One of the two taillights comes on. It's starting to smoke now that it's getting warm. Yeah. And so nothing else seems to work. Let's see if we can get the stereo to work. Hey, we got a baseball game. So, we got the Rockies game going on. Sit here and listen to that. So we can find another station. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's gonna have to go away. The quartz readout was working a second ago, but it's not now. I don't know what's going on. This thing is crazy. And then, if not to add insult to injury, it won't go into drive, and we know that.
So why won't it go into drive? Why won't it go into drive, Denali? So after just leave me alone. Would you leave me alone? You think I'm gonna get hurt? You think I'm gonna get hurt? Malfunction number 1 is a cracked. What is this thing? I don't remember what it is now. Transfer case. All right. So issue number 1 is a cracked transfer case. So obviously it doesn't have any fluid in it. I don't know what else might be wrong with it. This is an NP229, which came in most, if not all, Wagoneers up to 83, and I've not heard of this particular issue with this case. I'm assuming that they hit something which cracked it, but I don't think this is what's causing our drive issue, because it's going into reverse. So I don't know why you go into reverse and not go into drive. We're also going to adjust after I get this done. I found a rear case for 229 on eBay for 75 bucks. Assuming the rest of this is clean on the inside, I'm going to go order that and put it all back together and stick it in, adjust the front drive band on the transmission, and see if I can get this thing into gear and maybe even just rolling at that point, which would be a huge win. That is next. So now I'm going to take this transfer case out. Well, I think that's all I'm going to work on it today.
it's going to take a lot of work. I'm still finishing up the Bronco. I think that will probably take the priority. And then the Audi's practically done. Just got to replace a few things on it. And the Mustang is going to be a while now. Anyway, so that's what we have going on. Next is to clean out the back here. See if there's anything salvageable back there. Find an interior person that can do the interior for us, because I don't really feel like doing that. Tears and stuff like that. It's just kind of a mess. All right, we're gonna bag this one for the night.